If your life is completely effed up, if you're broke, if you're out of shape, if you have no women, it's kind of not your fault. And I know that that's controversial given the very typical extreme ownership take that you're in control of your own destiny. It's all your fault. You created where you're at right now. And if you would have grinded harder and you would have worked harder and this and that, I get all that. But it's kind of not your fault. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you actually look at the numbers, if you look at the studies, you look at like what everybody in culture is hyper aware of, you used to be able in America to very easily just get a decent paying job and you had money to pay for a home and an okay car and then still go on vacation and enjoy your life. And that just does not exist anymore. There are so many people that got out of college and got into a career using their degree, like they did the right thing, and they're still just like hemorrhaging cash because the same affordable housing does not exist that used to exist. You look at like shit with your body, people are fat in a way now that they weren't fat like 20, 30 years ago. And I'm not saying that there weren't fat people, but it was a different kind of fat, right? Like there weren't all of these crazy endocrine disruptors and all these hormones in all of the water that we are now generations into. Our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, and kind of even their parents, like depending on like the year, depending how young you are and how young your parents were. We're like generations into like microplastics and endotoxins and all this shit, like polluting the fuck out of everything and everybody. It's kind of not your fault, like if it feels like it's over for you. And I genuinely believe that. But it is your fault if you're still fucked in 10 years. It is your fault if you're still fucked in 5 years. And I'm going to tell you why. Because yes, you were not dealt the same hand that people in previous generations were dealt. You were not dealt the same hand that maybe your Chad friend that grew up with a bunch of money. I grew up with some guys who just naturally good looking, naturally tall, rich family, and everything just kind of played out extremely well for them. Like everything just kind of just kept going. They're just doing great, right? I've had to grind for fucking everything. I've had to work so goddamn hard to get the women that I've gotten, to look the way that I look, the physique, the finances. I've had to work so fucking hard. And I will tell you, it's not your fault where you're at now, but it will be your fault in about 5 years. It is your fault. And the reason why is because I come to you today with a serious solution for all of your life's problems. And that solution is the Evolution Daily Mentorship. It is wildly affordable. If you don't have the $300 to take advantage of the sale that's going to end now in roughly like 12 hours, borrow it from your grandma, borrow it from somebody. Inside of the mentorship, as soon as you join, you get access to my 2-hour life maxing program. That's going to cover so much outside of game for how to start optimizing your life, how to be better with your money, how to start side hustles, the mindset required in order for you to start living a good life. You're going to get access to the Pole Night Game course. So that way, even if you do just go out with your buddies from time to time, you're still like way more likely to meet a beautiful girl. You're going to get my online game decoded course. Countless hours of insanely valuable info. Now that's all for the background. That's for you on your own time schedule. Then on top of that, you're getting direct access to me. You are able to ask me anything at any time, and I am answering your questions 100% guaranteed. On top of that, I am doing coaching calls every single Monday night with you. These are strategy sessions. These are covering pickup, online dating, sex, relationships, managing multiple girls, physique, peptides, absolutely everything. Like myself and then so many of the guys on the group, like we are all just like fucking masters of creating the reality that we want. I am a master of creating the reality that I want. I talk about this shit a little bit more in the mastermind. I kind of try not to put too much out on blast, on myself, but like my life is fucking insane. My life is absolutely absurd, okay? I run a successful peptide business outside of this. I'm having threesomes regularly with young, hot, 20-year-old fucking white women. Not going to go into too much detail on that right now. Maybe in the future, I might. I fucking rip a motorcycle. Like, I live a crazy life, bro. And I was at the bottom. I was 300 pounds. I was smoking cigarettes in my fucking basement, living with Brittany McCune in Columbus, Ohio. I had horrific acne. I had no riz. I was lying to my friends from back home who would say things to me like, dude, I bet the girls down, dude, I bet you're getting laid. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. I am, dude, totally. Oh, dude, I bet the parties are crazy. I bet you're making so many friends. Yeah, for sure, totally. Because I couldn't fucking stomach the reality of my shit existence. And I have grinded. And I am offering you the opportunity to have direct access to me, to be able to be on weekly coaching calls with me, weekly strategy sessions, to get exclusive content from me. The moment that you join, you get access to probably like 100 voice notes that dive deep into every topic that you could possibly fucking imagine. I will help you get a better physique. I will help you get more matches on online dating. I will help you become better at cold approach pickup. I will help you to live a better life. And so I say to you that if right now things aren't going great, there's a big part of it that's not your fault, honest to God. However, if you're in the same spot in a year, granted that I have now given you this opportunity, it is your fault. So click the link and sign up. The price triples for this in roughly 12 hours, depending on when you watch this. And I hope to see you inside. I hope that you trust in yourself and that you're ready to take some fucking action because life is short. I'm 36 years old right now. I was 26 probably about 8 months ago. This shit fucking flies, bro. Do not waste any more of the most precious gift that God has given you, which is your time. You cannot waste your life. You will regret it so deeply. You will regret wasting your life so deeply.